What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the first roll I shot after I sold my house, and I arrived in this town just before 4th of July. And it really struck me the first couple days I was here that the 1980s and little kids running up and down the street and just playing stickball and stuff like that still exists in the world. And I'd kind of forgotten that living in Southern California, where kids don't go outside anymore and there's no neighbors outside talking and mowing the lawns. And so something that was really important to me. I'd been to this 4th of July parade maybe 10 years ago, and it was really small. And so I was kind of hoping for that small town feel again. And granted, it is, but it was much bigger than I had remembered it. It's gotten much bigger than the last time I was here. But it still had that really great small town feel where the majority of the floats, there wasn't even floats, it was just tractors and semi-trucks and stuff like that. And I was going for a real Americana feel. And that's why I kind of shot the crowd, the little kids waving flags, and the simplicity of this parade and the colors. And it was a really big deal for me, because this is sort of the journey I'm on since I left my house, is to try to find some place that looks a little bit more simple. Life is a little bit more simple. The beginning of the roll that I'm going to show you is my typical stranger portraits of people I met on the street. And the first girl, well, I guess I'll narrate that as I get into the roll. So anyways, I hope you enjoy. This was shot on expired Portra 400 on my Nikon SP from 1958. Hope you enjoy. I met this girl when I was behind her in line at the post office, and she had sort of a complicated order, so I was able to observe her for a while. And we ended up striking up a conversation, and this is just a few minutes after we met. And then we went outside and sat in my car and took this photo. And we ended up actually hanging out for a little while after and got to know each other. This is a really, really great girl. Love her face. So down the road from there, there's this burger place. And if you scroll back a few videos, you'll see a photo of a girl who actually walked out of that burger place while she was working to be photographed. And this girl I saw with her family. And I asked who she belonged to, and it was the biggest, scariest, most muscly guy was her dad. And I asked him for permission to photograph her, and he left it up to her, and she said yes. So I really love this whole family. So rad. And, I mean, look at her face. The combination of against that warm wood is just really, really a magical combo. This guy was walking down the sidewalk, and I noticed that he had a camera, so we stopped the conversation. And really cool guy, so I decided to snap a photo of him right where we were standing. This girl works in this art gallery, and we had a long conversation, and she was so cool. And I really had an affection for her, so I really wanted to memorialize that moment, and there she is right behind her desk. So this is at some Indian ruins not far from our ranch here in Colorado. And I set the camera on my backpack, and I'd forgotten how to use the self-timer, so I actually hit the shutter release button. And this was the second try, and the camera sort of flopped over on the backpack, but I got the self-timer to work right. So third time's a charm. I finally got the framing right and the self-timer to work. And bingo bango, there you go. And these photos are really important to me because these are like what you would find in a photo album from 1972 or something like that, because of the color, the sort of washed out saturation. And it's important for me to have simple, not perfectly artistically framed and planned out photos, because those are really the most important photos that when you look back on through your photo albums. So here we are to the 4th of July parade, and I think I'm just going to leave this without any sort of narration. I think they sort of speak for themselves. All these were shot from the same position on the street, sort of midday sun, shadows on everybody's faces. And my goal was to get just a pure Americana feel. These kids and their parents were such pure hearts, and there's just absolutely no pretense about these people at all. And it really gave me hope in humanity, seeing that they didn't need any huge floats or anything to blow their minds. This was just a really, really pure celebration, and I was happy to be a part of it. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions, leave it in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later.